What's up, you all? Our take on wrestling stuff.
Another WWE podcast.
With TyVisUall. Time to again. Yeah, so
We're going to do a little different this time.
what do you want to talk about?
And nice to meet you, Rhodes.
Let's go.
Can't stop me.
I got a lot to say about Cody Rhodes today.
Yeah. Go ahead and start off.
All right.
You want to give us a few pointers, highlights of your day?
Of my day? Yeah. Today, we're just going to talk about some takes and hot takes that we have. Maybe some that people might disagree. Maybe one makes people mad. You know? Maybe we'll stir the pot just a little bit.
And you know what? I wanted to fill in about the cultural swing of the WWE Universe as well.
Okay.
So maybe that will mix in there as well.
Okay.
So go ahead, Ty, give us one of your hot
All right.
takes.
As I'm watching Raw last night, as I always do, not really.
I watched today.
One of them, yeah, I had to watch it. I watched it the day right before I come down last week. But anyway, I watched it last night, and I was sitting there with my wife, and I just felt myself complaining a lot last night about Raw.
Okay.
And I usually don't,
Okay.
but it just seems like it's the last 2 or 3 weeks it's been cookie cutter the same thing. Start off with John Cena. Love it, okay? Even though he crapped on a kid, still love him. He talks, destroys the crowd, a little bit of Cody, destroys the crowd, gets interrupted by Cody Rhodes. So last week I'm like, oh, here we go. Cody's going to come in and beat up John Cena. And they're going to scrap, you know. Maybe not beat him up, they're going to fight at least. Because why wouldn't you if a guy kicked you in the nads and then went to beat you pretty good, and then you come on the next week and you basically talk about beating him up, and he shows up the week after and you come out there and all you want to do is talk? I feel like that should have been a brawl.
Because it wasn't enough to break him. He must have like a iron reinforced cup.
Tell you what he is. Tell you what he is. So, but anyway,
Cody Crybaby,
Cody
is that the sign I saw back in last year?
Yeah, that's it. So now, fast forward, this week, same thing. Cena comes out, talks, Cody comes out, interrupts.
Lays down the smack.
Yeah, here, take the belt. You know, take the belt. John Cena leaves. Same thing. I want them to start brawling, fighting, something, because I feel like at WrestleMania they're going to need a promo video to play. And is it just going to be them going back and forth on a mic? You know what I mean? Because like I said, the triple threat match right now with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, I think the hottest one on the card right now. And they already have a very good video promo from just them talking and having a short brawl. So I couldn't imagine if they actually get into some matches and some long brawls. But yeah, and even like the Bianca.
And that's even without a title.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's without a title, and it's hotter. And then you have Bianca, Naomi, and Io. This is the third week in a row that they've done kind of the same thing, where it's like squash Io, Io gets mad, and you know Bianca come out on top this time. I just feel like they should have if you're gonna give the title to Io, just let Naomi Naomi.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to Io and let Bianca face her. That's it.
But they did have a little sparring match, so that was cool. And it was actually pretty cool how they ran back, you know, playing off each other's moves. Yeah. And Rhea got the worst of it in this case, which was unusual, you know, if you're cookie cuttering from the last 2 weeks where Rhea was bested them and everything they did. Yeah. But it's going back to the John Cena thing you were mentioning. Yeah, they only got a few weeks left. They're not going to brawl. They're just going to emotionally damage each other as best they could. And right now, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but Cena's attention is not toward Cody. It's toward the WWE Universe.
It's toward you and me And him,
this guy.
And that little kid. John Cena teared apart.
He said it dumped on and then
he crapped on the kid, bro.
You guys
that
loved
kid right there.
You guys loved it. But he's directed toward that. He doesn't speak a word after the rebuttal from Cody. And that's kind of concerning because it means one or two things. His confidence is out the roof, which it always
it should
has
be.
been.
He's John Cena.
And then the other thing is, could Cody handle a rebuttal? And is this like a version of the strong silent type? Does he already feel like he's won the fans over? He says anything more in opposition to Cody, he's going to draw even more fans over, being the heel.
Yeah.
And the face is going to be booed.
I feel like they're kind of protecting Cody. Like, just like you said, they don't want the fans to come over. So I feel like in a way they are doing that because John Cena, when he came in, he was a heel. He was a doctor of thugonomics, a heel. But everyone loved him because of what he would say and do, and he just became a natural face, baby face, and everyone loved him. But I think that's what they're afraid here, like he's just going to be like too good of a heel, like, and then everyone's going to gravitate. And plus, I don't think them two can compete on a mic together. Like, I think John Cena will destroy him.
Not many people probably could.
Not many people. And that's not, you can't be ashamed of that. Because even Roman Reigns, at one point, couldn't. Because when they were cutting a promo a few years ago, Roman Reigns forgot his lines. And in the middle of the ring, live audience, John Cena's like, listen, kid, he's like, if you're going to make it the big boys, you got to learn to cut a promo. And he's like, shut up, John. And he's like, oh, it only took you 5 years to cut a half-decent promo. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude, like, he's picking them apart. And like, I don't even think we've seen the best heel Cena yet. Like, I still think it's coming. I think it's coming. But I think eventually they have to brawl. It's 23 days now?
Yeah, it's a few weeks,
from WrestleMania, and they haven't fought one time.
Yeah.
And, you got beat down. But it is a long wait between the pay-per-view. I understand that. It was like what? We had the pay-per-view 3 weeks ago, and we're still 20-some days away, so another 3 weeks away. So that is a long time to wait. So you can't expect them to brawl for 3 weeks. I don't. But man, you could at least a shoving match or
put a little physical contact.
Yeah,
in there.
something.
Make it feel alive.
But maybe this week. Maybe this week. But
I do think there's an ulterior motive there. I think there's a reason why they haven't been putting hands on each other. Because the first time they put hands on each other, that was dramatic.
Yeah.
Rock come out, Travis Scott come out.
Yeah.
Cena was already there from the Elimination Chamber, and all that went down and disgraced. It wasn't enough to break him, but disgraced Cody.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dramatic, and I think there should be a receipt from Cody's end.
There has to be.
So maybe the reason Cena hasn't acted is because Rhodes hasn't reacted.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe
it's like
he's
a
letting him
volcano
play
just laying in wait, I guess. Yeah, that's my take on it. I just feel like the last few weeks have been, and it might be because, dude, they're in another country. They're always moving. They're all tired. Even CM Punk said he was jet lagged.
Jet lag, yeah.
So they're probably just struggling just to get through this, and I understand that. But I was just a little disappointed this time, and I was like, man, this is odd for it to be what I thought was this bad of a Raw, because usually a lot of people, that Raw sucked, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But this one, like, I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same thing again. But
still drove the emotion out of it.
It still did, especially when Jimmy smacked Gunther.
That was a smack.
What we always say, we're not going to question it. We're going to let Triple H cook.
Yeah.
Do his thing, because anytime we question it, it just gets better. So that was my take on it.
But I wanna feel that before you quit.
Yeah, gasoline.
For the Cena side.
Yeah.
So Cena, I've wanted to ask this question to you as the viewers, you all, but also to you, Ty.
What?
I want to. Every time I speak in rhymes, you guys say what? The culture of the WWE universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now, we've seen a live pop or high pop for Dominic, right? The boos.
Oh yeah.
He gets a lot of traction.
A lot of heat.
Logan
like real
Paul
heat.
Gets almost the same amount of heat, or is coming up to it.
Logan Paul's like real heat.
Yeah.
Like people don't like him.
Yeah,
they don't like Dom's character. They don't like Logan Paul.
So they're both in that same generic area.
Yeah.
Cena comes out. You've got a mixture and variation of chants, cheers, disgrace.
Yeah.
But they're all, encouraging this.
Yeah.
So the culture there, and whether it was intended or not, I think the change in Cena is changing the WWE universe. Me personally might not feel it because I'm a fan on both sides.
Yeah,
I like to play the story.
Yeah.
I don't play favorites.
Yeah.
In that case, but how many people are now more entitled to push Cena to win that championship, to walk out WWE with the title, rather than let Cody keep it and Cody crybaby all over it, right?
Yeah.
So what it's just interesting to me because everyone's like, oh, the face is the one that people go for because they're like the hero, hometown hero.
Sure.
But now, I guess like we've seen in many action films and stuff, sometimes the villain or the antagonist, he's the one that you want to vote for because of their story, like what they have behind them. And that culture of the universe is interesting to me, and I'm curious what you guys think.
Yeah.
But Cena's pretty much just taking you guys by the midsection and twisted you around.
By your metaphorical cojones.
And guided you through what we have today in storytelling. And I'm interested to see how it ends.
Yeah, I agree. I can go with that, man. I think with Cena is, I've been watching wrestling since I was a little kid. I think same as you. Like I remember watching it with my dad, like laying on the couch, watching WCW.
Sometimes getting an ankle lock in.
Yeah, get an ankle lock in. Then I would be like get off me. What are you doing? And so I remember watching wrestling from a young age. And then when John Cena come in, we all gravitated toward him, and now it's like he's a heel, and I'm like, yes, finally. I didn't like the goofy John Cena whenever he would come back, and people would come in, and he's standing here, and he's looking at the camera, and he'll look this way, and he's like, what? Scared of everybody, I didn't like that. I like this John Cena right here. I like the serious John Cena, almost philosophical John Cena.
Yes.
Like he's calm, cool, collective. He's gonna let you talk. He's
gonna listen.
Yeah, he's gonna let you bury yourself. And I think that's why they won't let him talk with Cody. But he also said he's gonna ruin the WWE. He's gonna ruin wrestling.
Yeah, and when he said that, his reasoning of how he's gonna do it didn't sound like it would ruin it to me. I feel like there's something deeper there. He's just gonna take one of the main titles off the block.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to make it another spinner belt and force people to use it for a year or so.
Spinner belt, pretty hot. But I mean, I don't know, but like you said, it falls right in.
Yeah.
People like, what is he going to do? I want that to happen. Cody's run to me has been so boring. I don't mean to bash him. Call me a Cody hater if you want. I'll take it.
Cody hater.
But I may be wrong.
You are.
Probably. But all of his rivalries and stuff, for the most part, I could be wrong in some of them, but the other person seems to carry. Like now, you have to have The Rock and John Cena to carry you to WrestleMania.
Maybe it takes that much to hold him up.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does. But I just feel like every storyline, he's not the main event. Even Kevin Owens outshined him in his promos and everything.
Yeah.
And but that was one heck of a match. That was one of the best matches I think of the year so far. But yeah, I want to see what Cena has to offer. Heel Cena champion, go ahead and break even when Cody said he would stop Roman or stop John Cena from breaking history and winning the 17th championship, the crowd booed. They want to see history. They want to see history made. Because, man, when his music hits, now you automatically boo because you have to. You got to boo the character.
You're in with the crowd.
Yeah, you're in with the crowd. Well, exactly. When we went, we was singing
booing,
every
shouting.
theme song. Yeah, we was. I think Shinsuke was a heel. We was singing his. The guy beside of us was a Gunther fan, and we were.
He was cussing him out.
Yeah, he was. You know, we were vibing with him. But yeah, I agree. Like, there's something bigger going on.
Oh, the guy in front was cussing out.
Yeah, the old man.
Not the guy beside of us.
He was flipping off Judgment Day. Pretty good. He was giving them the old what for. But yeah, I think John Cena's on to something. I think he is.
Or on something.
Or on something. I don't think it's roids. He's all natural. I think I'm all natural, as you can tell. But
yeah, you bulky boy.
Big boned. But yeah, I agree. I think he's up to something, and I do think something's shifting in a good way. There.
And just to lead into a next topic, because I think Cena, we've talked about him well. Kudos to him. Let's see what happens next week. But if you don't think promotions or promos or speaking is an important part of the WWE, just look at what happened to Austin Theory.
Yeah.
How low he has become.
Yeah. He lost in a squash match to Jey Uso. Was it a botch match? Was it because Cena was speaking for an hour or so?
Maybe.
We'll never know.
But he would have been the one chosen for that because what happened to him, where Roman Reigns roasted him, right? It took him down a level, and now he's, I guess, almost scared to speak because Waller's there as a spokesman.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, rather. He was fighting in the tag team match with Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso against him and Waller.
A-Town down under.
And at the very finale, when he finally got pinned, he was already curled up in a ball. The ref could have counted 3 before even Uso got on top of him.
He stayed in that. Yeah.
So it was intentional for him to lose, and it's so easy to see that.
Well, you see that too with a lot of the foreign characters, like Shinsuke. Like, I think it's hard for him to stay relevant because all his stuff has to be video packages. When he was going against, who was he going against where they were using all the video packages and the anime stuff?
It wasn't LA Knight, right?
No, it was. I think it was before.
Was it AJ or?
Yeah, it was AJ. I think it was AJ Styles. Dude, that was crazy. Those are all so good, but I felt like you can only do so much of that. And then even like Io Sky, like she comes out and she's masterful in the ring, like so good. But she struggles to cut promos. I feel like it's just like a disconnect.
Well, I think it's the language barrier.
Yeah, it's the language barrier for sure. Even though she come out and she still talks it. Everyone loves her. But at some point, like you're right, like, it doesn't matter how good you are in the ring. If you can't cut a decent promo, then you're very limited. I feel like if you can cut a mean promo, keep the fans entertained, they could care less about your wrestling ability. As long as you're decent. Like LA Knight, love LA Knight, but he's messed up quite a few times. But he keeps going and keeps fighting, keeps running that mouth, and just keeps everyone entertained, keeps everyone on their toes, says a lot of stuff that I don't think some people would want to say, and it keeps us entertained. You know, we love it.
It does.
And The Rock the same way. You know, like he was a good wrestler. He's like all around. Triple H, you know, all those guys. They're like, well, yeah, like Austin Theory, Shinsuke, Io. You know, even like Omos.
Yeah.
He wasn't good on the mic. But technically he was a big guy, so it's hard for him to. But yeah, you're very, very limited if you can't cut a promo. And
so half the work is just putting in the physical labor. You got to show the strategy and the tongue. Yeah. In order to fully input, you know, have a great wrestling career.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even like, I don't know, who's somebody. Okay, let's go off real quick on this. Who's somebody in WWE that has very good mic skills, but they're not really good in the ring?
Mr. Kennedy.
Mr.
He was decent in the ring.
Yeah.
So let's see. Good mic skills, not good ring?
Yeah.
Who do you got? You got somebody in mind?
Good mic skills, but not really good in the ring. Probably Cody Rhodes. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm thinking MVP.
Yeah,
what do you think? I think he got some good mic skills, and he was the manager for the majority of his time. I think he got
Hurt Locker or something.
Well, that was the move from Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I thought the Hurt Locker was actually his full Nelson, wasn't it? Hurt Locker.
Something like that.
I haven't seen Bobby Lashley in a while. Where's he at? AEW.
AEW.
Oh, okay.
I think him and Shelton Benjamin. and MVP.
Hey, Shelton.
Yeah, they all went over there. They all went over there.
I thought that was
I like
a
Ricochet.
Ricochet
comes to mind.
Well, he's you're talking about good on mic skills and not good in the ring? Because I think he's the opposite.
Sorry, yeah, opposite.
Yeah, Ricochet was
that would be my
phenomenal
pick for in the ring.
Yeah.
And not very good on the mic. Let's see. So good on the mic, but not very good in the ring.
He's not good in the ring. He always gets slammed.
Hey, calm down. 9 out over on my book.
They're not allowing punts, Ty. You got to let it down. He had his sport. And now he wears kilts on Raw.
He wears kilts on Raw. Did you see the story we went and got it?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going and getting me a kilt too. That thing looked pretty sweet.
It did
with a little
sweet.
chain
It
in
did
front.
Look sweet.
That thing looked pretty medieval.
I did like that.
Good job, Pat.
Good job, Pat. Shout out, Pat. Let's see
Maybe
here.
Michael Cole.
Michael Cole.
The announcers. Taz, Jerry the King Lawler. He's good on the mic, but not so good in the ring. At least not in his older age.
Yeah. I don't know. One of them maybe. Trying to think. They're kind of older. Maybe like X-Pac.
Okay.
Or Road Dogg. One of those guys. You know, like they're good together and on the mic. But I think if you separate them, they weren't as great. You know.
I agree.
But yeah.
If you guys have anyone that you want to share that you think's good on the mic, good at promotions, but not so good to please inside the ring,
yeah,
give us a comment.
And vice versa. Somebody who's very good on the ring but can't cut a promo to save their life. And
if you can get us 3 and we agree, we'll give you something.
Maybe we'll cut a promo.
We'll cut a promo. And then wrestle again.
Yeah, we'll wrestle. 10,000 likes, we'll build a wrestling ring.
We'll build one.
That'd be crazy.
And then go through it.
That'd be crazy. If that did happen, that'd be crazy.
10,000 likes, please.
Yeah, that'd be that'd be funny. Really not. All right, so
you had any more hot topics?
A hot topic or a hot take from me. I want them to put SmackDown on Netflix. I'm hoping
that's a monopoly, my friend.
That's fun. Fun game
for you.
Fun game. Or at least a streaming service. Put it on Peacock.
I'm not gonna purchase all these streaming services.
No, I'm not either. That's why I said put it on Netflix. I already have Netflix.
But that's selfish. That's selfish. What if people don't have Netflix?
Boo.
Boo.
I'm just kidding.
Watch it on Peacock in a month.
Watch it on Peacock in 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
By that time, you'll catch up with the story. It's fine.
Yeah.
People out there living like the month ago was happening now.
Yeah.
Like I was
oh my gosh! Did you guys see Cody Rhodes got turned on?
They see this podcast and they're like,
we're living in the future.
We're futures. But maybe that could be a skit. Future WWE Podcast.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. So another hot take or take.
Takers.
I think Jey Uso, for some reason, is getting a lot of heat and saying that he doesn't deserve the title shot, and all of a sudden they're saying Jimmy is the better brother, and he should have been the one to win the Rumble. They're saying it's a wasted Rumble win for Jey Uso, and my issue with that is he's so, like with the crowd, he's so hot. He gets the crowd pumping, like merchandise sales are off the charts.
Well, Jimmy's not even on Raw.
Yeah, and Jimmy, like he just happened to show up. Yeah, he did give us a lot of heat by slapping Gunther. I agree with that.
But look what all Jay's done.
Yeah, I mean he started the move, the Yeet movement and all that, which I think people are, well, Montez Ford did it before. Yeah, the Yeet's been around for so long. Who cares who invented it? It's been done now, and
we did it.
Yeah, we did it. We yeeted all over Raw that night. Everyone was yeeting around us. And, I just don't understand it now. Like, the crowd blows the lid off the place when he comes out. But then you get online and you read these pages, they're like, oh, Jay's not really good. He's only got 3 moves, a super kick, a spear, and a splash. And I'm like, and Goldberg had a spear and a jackhammer.
It's really not Jay's fault because Austin Theory only took 1 move.
Yeah, a splash or whatever, crossbody, and I'm just like, man, but they're like, oh yeah, well the crowd loves him and he's selling merchandise, but he's not. It doesn't matter. He's emotionally charged on the mic. He sells merchandise, and everyone in the crowd loves him for the most. I'm guessing for the most part. why wouldn't you want that to be your champion? Honestly, Gunther's title reign's been, anyway, it's been kind of boring anyway. I understand the champion's trying to be the formal, like, you know, straighten my tie, smiling all the time, you know, like kind of like a proper champion, but that's boring. Give it to Jay. Let Jay run with it.
I'm starting to see a trend here. All the champions you have a odd against.
I do. No, that's not true. I don't. As much as I like Penta, I don't think he should take it off of Braun Breaker.
I was thinking Street Profits. You didn't have a problem with.
Don't have a problem with Street Profits. I honestly think they should have it for a few years.
Or LA Knight.
Don't have a problem with LA Knight. Don't have a problem with Chelsea Green.
Is she still the U.S.
Yeah,
title
she
holder?
is.
Okay,
She actually got pinned. She got pinned in NXT.
Oh.
By Sol Ruka, I think.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the one I showed you that does the Soul Snatcher move where she'll run and kind of do a front flip RKO like deal.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. But
so she got pinned by her, huh?
Yeah, she got pinned by her. But that's fine. Promote the younger, you know. But for the most part, I have a problem with two of the champions.
And it's the main world champions.
It's the main world champions. They're both just boring champions, yeah.
What about the women world champions?
Let's see here. Io. So the only issue I have with Io is the whole situation they're in. If they give it back to Rhea, why did you put it on Io in the first place? If Io keeps it, why did you even make this match happen? Just give Rhea someone else. She can go against somebody else.
Maybe they're seeing what Io could do.
Yeah, maybe.
And she didn't.
I mean, the crowd seems to like it.
They do.
They like her, but I'm just afraid.
Seems like she's being shunned a lot.
Yeah, she is. I think that's like an underdog thing. I don't think she's gonna lose at Mania. I think if any, me personally, I like Io, but I think they should have kept it on Rhea, and I think Bianca Belair should have took it at WrestleMania.
And then Io take it from there.
And then Io take it from there 2 or 3 years down the road. You know, like.
And you don't have no problem against Tiffany, right? Tiffy time, because she's still a champion.
No, I don't have. Yeah, she's still. I have a problem with Charlotte Flair coming right to the Rumble and winning again because apparently she's got to be in every title picture. But go ahead.
She's the queen.
She is the queen. But she did kill it on the promos on SmackDown. Yeah. So you know, you got to give it that one. But yeah.
Speaking of promo, Chad Gable kills it too.
Yeah,
and El Grande Americano kills it pretty good too.
I wonder who he is, man, because. Everyone is saying he's Chad Gable, but
he was sick.
We see, Chad Gable had a doctor's note, a legit doctor's note. We seen the scribble. He could not have possibly.
The scribble.
There's no way, absolutely no way it could have been Chad Gable.
Yeah. But Braun Breaker had another Intercontinental main event match.
Yeah, he's defending that thing like crazy.
Twice.
Yeah.
Within 2 weeks.
Why wouldn't you want him to do
I know.
Against Penta.
And Penta declined to offer for Judgment Day.
Hey, super kicked Dom in the face.
With a chair.
With the chair. He made that chair beat his face.
With a chair.
So that was pretty eventful.
Yeah, that's fun. CM Punk had a promo.
Yeah, he did.
As far as promoters, he's probably, I mean, he's phenomenal in the ring too, but no, that's AJ. Sorry. He's the best in the world in the ring.
Yeah.
But he's really good in the promo.
I'm on, let me explain this. I'm on
the fence.
The last cart of the CM Punk train. I'm just hanging on. Feet scrubbing.
But you're on it.
But I'm on it. Okay. Now, who would I want to win this match? Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I'm on the Seth Rollins train. I'm probably got the cap on and I'm shoveling the coal. I'm not the captain. Or I'm not the conductor.
You're just fueling the fire.
I literally stole the conductor hat and I'm just shoveling where we need to go. Captain's looking for the hat. I have it. Because I'm in the engine room. But
they never go there.
Yeah. So do you have another hot take before we?
I think that cleared up everything I wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. So, cool. Let's finalize this.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on any show. WrestleMania coming up.
I hope LA Knight gets a good match at WrestleMania. I think he deserves a good title.
Does he have the card yet?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think they might be leaning. Oh no, they're leaning toward. Oh my gosh, who are they leaning toward? I can't remember, but they're leaning. I think they're leaning towards somebody. I can't remember who it is. I went blank. But anyway, I hope LA Knight has a good WrestleMania title defense. I want him to win.
AJ Styles, maybe.
I think AJ Styles and Logan Paul are going to go at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay, yeah. They were having a little beef.
I cannot remember who it is with LA Knight. And there's a return. Some people think it's Aleister. Was it Aleister Black, I think? I think that would be cool to see him back. But no, I think that's it for me. I want LA Knight to have a good shot, a good title defense. I want him to actually win. I think he deserves a WrestleMania win with a title defense. And then I hope the Street Profits keep these titles for a long time.
Long live the Street Profits.
Yeah. And then I think they should be shoved into singles main event competition, and Montez Ford should be the heavyweight champion.
And I'd like to mention the El Grande Americano hailing all the way from the Gulf of America.
Yeah, it's not Chad Gable.
I hope he does some good things in the luchador realm of the wrestling universe. As far as WrestleMania, I'm excited to see the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Really don't know who I want to win yet. I think Seth Rollins is a good pick, but I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward Roman
CM Punk's
Reigns.
been beating them all, really. Yeah, and Roman Reigns is,
he's kind of being under pressure right now, taking off of his throne.
Yeah.
So I want to see what can happen there, and I want to see this favor. Was that the favor where he brought Roman Reigns on a silver platter?
I don't think so. I hope not. That was a weird favor to ask you to show up to work,
Yeah, hey, can you show up to work?
Can you show up to work today? But no, I don't know. I do want to know that favor. I do want to see what it is.
And this isn't even for the title, folks, and this has got us intrigued.
Yeah, so that should show you do not need a title to make it interesting. You just need good storytellers in the ring. And you got 3 of the best in the company right now, I think. At least I know 2. Roman Reigns.
Me and you.
Yeah, me and you. No, I meant me and you. Okay. That was a Freudian slip.
Freudian?
Yeah, I didn't mean to say it like that.
And before we leave with final thoughts, for a giveaway, no one was able to win last week's giveaway. The question was, what is our favorite WWE, WWF, WCW title? It's something that's across all 3 of those brands, so that might give you a hint. Yep. If you guess it, you get the Rayquaza Shiny Holo card, Japanese edition. This week,
priceless. Just
for
the price.
That's right. And there's apps for that. Yeah. This week, we would like to see interest in having a shirt made with the thumbnail graphic in the middle.
Yeah. You can see it. I think I'm holding it right now.
Okay.
Yep, right here in my hand.
If you interest that, then we need a couple things. Need you to comment with this new question we're about to come out with, and also give us your shirt size. That way we can see what we need to make, because we're not going to make a whole bunch. This is going to be either 1 or 2. So go ahead and do this, and we'll see how many we make, and we'll let you know in the comments. You can join our Discord. Then we'll give out, or let you give us your shipping details so we can give out.
Yeah, and we keep all that. We won't let nobody get a hold of that.
It's going to be deleted from the server as soon as we get the information.
And we'll have maybe we'll have a Discord for them to join for the podcast, the WWE. All right, we're back. Sorry, didn't have a technical difficulty. We were hit by lightning.
Again.
Hit again? Lightning doesn't strike
I like
twice.
what you did last week with the technical difficulty, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
What's the question, Ty, before we run out of power?
Thanks to Viz here. We got a question. All right, sorry. We're back from a lightning strike.
Part 2.
Or flood. Or fire.
Part
whichever
2.
one we decide. Part 2.
Not in this house.
Not in this house. Anyway, the question for our shirt giveaway by Viz here: who is gonna win between Rhea Ripley and
Io Sky
for the title
next week on Raw?
The opportunity for WrestleMania, right? That's it.
Opportunity to be at WrestleMania. Yeah.
You know, it's weird that now it was Bianca Belair had to win to face them, and now it's them 2 have to win to face her. You know. It's weird.
And she got booed.
Yeah, Bianca did get booed. I didn't know how I felt about that. That was odd. But yeah, so that's the question. There's multiple people. We'll put them in a jar. We'll put them on a spin wheel. We'll draw short straws. However we gotta do it, we'll draw a name.
Good luck to you all.
Yep. And appreciate y'all watching. And I've been Ty.
This is Viz. Don't forget, answer both questions. Last week's video, this week's video. Yep. Enjoy your week.
Oh, for sure.
We'll get in touch with you after the Raw of next week.
Yeah, we'll get with you. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Until then,
TyVisUall
out.
I'm gonna sit here and stare awkwardly.
I'm gonna put.